You know, for the past few years, the AI on your screen has felt more like an intern than a true colleague, right? It answers your questions, it writes some text, but it's always just waiting for your next command. Well, that's all changing. AI is getting a massive promotion. It's moving up from being a simple tool to a genuinely autonomous teammate. So, what does this promotion actually look like? Let's dive in.
At its heart, this whole shift really comes down to this one simple, powerful difference. A chatbot, it's reactive. You ask it something, it gives you an answer. It's an incredible tool for finding information. But an AI agent, it's proactive. You don't just give it a question, you give it a goal. It doesn't just answer, it achieves. And that, right there, is the core of its promotion from a passive tool to an active partner.
So here's how we're going to break down this transformation. First, we'll really unpack that move from chatbot to colleague. Then, we'll look under the hood at the agentic AI blueprint to see what makes these things tick. After that, we'll see how agents are already being put to work in the real world, glance ahead at a wild multi-agent future, and finally, we'll weigh the incredible promise against some very real peril.
Okay, so let's properly unpack this promotion. Think of it like this. Using a chatbot is like asking a librarian where to find a book on a specific topic. An AI agent, on the other hand, is like asking that librarian to go research the topic for you, read all the relevant books, summarize the key findings, and then draft a full report. See the difference? It's a single-step task versus a complex, multi-step project that it handles all on its own.
But what actually gives an AI that kind of power? What's the secret sauce, technically speaking, that allows it to make that huge leap in capability? Let's get into the blueprint and see how these agents are built, piece by piece.
So here's the more formal academic definition. And a few key phrases here really matter. Autonomous, goal-driven, and especially minimal human supervision. Unlike a tool that you have to constantly nudge and guide, an agentic system is designed to understand the destination and then figure out the entire route all by itself.
And this is how it pulls it off, through these 4 foundational pillars. You've got strategic planning. That's the ability to break a big goal down into smaller, manageable steps. Then there's persistent memory, so it can remember the context of the entire project, not just the last thing you said. Next is external tool use, which gives it access to the internet, code interpreters, you name it. Basically, it's arms and legs in the digital world. And finally, collaboration, which lets it team up with other agents to tackle even bigger challenges.
This loop perfectly illustrates an agent's thought process. It's a continuous cycle. First, it perceives its environment. It asks, okay, what's the current situation? Then it plans the next logical steps. It executes those actions, maybe by searching the web or writing a bit of code, and then, this is the crucial part, it reflects on the outcome. Did that work? What did I learn? And then the loop starts all over again, getting a little bit smarter with every single cycle.
Now, this isn't just theory or something coming in the distant future. It's already happening. Businesses are looking at this blueprint and seeing a brand new form of digital labor. And companies like Salesforce are right at the forefront, building agentic AI directly into their core platforms.
And this quote from Salesforce, it just perfectly captures the whole enterprise vision. I mean, listen to that language, always-on digital labor, and augmenting every employee. The goal here isn't to replace people, it's to give every single employee their own autonomous assistant, working 24/7 to handle all the routine stuff, freeing up humans to do more creative, strategic work.
So here's what that digital labor actually looks like in practice. For a sales team, an agent could automatically qualify new leads by researching a potential client and updating all the records. For customer service, it could manage and resolve common support tickets without any human help. And for a marketing team, it could draft personalized email campaigns based on a customer's specific purchase history. Each one of those is a complex, multi-step task handled completely on its own.
And the field is moving at an absolutely breakneck pace. We're quickly moving beyond just single agents to a future that's going to be dominated by multi-agent systems, where entire teams of specialized AIs collaborate to solve incredibly complex problems.
Just look at the headlines popping up everywhere. Nvidia is creating agents that can master incredibly complex video games, learning to see, strategize, and act in these super dynamic and unpredictable worlds.
At the exact same time, you have Alibaba developing agents that can understand and operate graphical user interfaces. I mean, they can use the apps on your phone or computer just by looking at the screen the same way you or I would.
And of course, the tech giants like Google are designing their most powerful models, like Gemini, specifically to be the engine for these kinds of agentic tasks. The entire industry is rowing in this direction. So how do you manage a whole team of AIs? Well, a really common approach is this supervisor model. Think of it like a project manager. The supervisor agent gets the main objective, breaks it down into smaller tasks, and then delegates those tasks to specialized worker agents. One might be a research expert, another a coding whiz. They go off, complete their tasks, and report back. This is how you really start to scale intelligence.
Now, as incredibly exciting as all of this is, we have to be really clear-eyed about the challenges. I mean, giving this level of autonomy to AI systems opens up a whole new can of worms, a new set of complex risks that we're only just beginning to figure out.
For starters, just getting multiple agents to coordinate effectively without stepping on each other's toes is a massive technical hurdle. Securing these incredibly powerful systems from being used for malicious purposes is absolutely paramount. Then you have the huge ethical questions. Who's accountable when an autonomous agent makes a mistake? How do we make sure these systems are fair and unbiased? And maybe the biggest question of all, how do we, as humans, build a relationship of actual trust and collaboration with them?
So, we come full circle. That promotion from a simple tool to a genuine teammate is well underway. These systems promise to amplify our own abilities in ways we're just starting to imagine. But you know, their success won't just be about the technology. It's going to depend on us. The real question isn't just what these agents can do, but how we're going to choose to work alongside them.